515 trips, Turo power host over 9 months now on the platform and teaching y'all how we run a 20 plus vehicle fleet out here in Vegas. Let's tap in. You guys are probably just starting, deciding if you want to rent your vehicle onto the platform or you want to get started and start looking for cars to host onto the platform. These are great tips on how we hack the system to be able to get more bookings. And I'm gonna put y'all 5 things. Let's get into it. Number 1 is photos. So as you guys are listing your vehicles, you want your photos to be marketable, okay? And I'll show you guys, this is an example of one of our listings. You want to make sure it's like an experience, as if I were the guest and I was going in and I were to see the inside, what it would feel like if I were driving, whether it's me with my family, a long trip, just out here, just for a simple ride, making it marketable, okay? A lot of people don't think photos are important, but it does play a big role in how we buy anything in general. So look at these photos, take what you like, and make sure it's optimized for yourself. Again, these are all done from an iPhone, nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. You also want it to be realistic. So make sure you guys are optimizing your photos and really taking good, clear photos of even the inside, as if I were in it, driving it, and what it would look like as an experience from the phone of a guest to want to book it. Photos are very important. Number 2 is pricing, and I know this Turo gives a recommended. They give the lowest recommended, the highest recommended. If you're just starting off, you don't have any reviews, or you got a few and you're just starting to build up, I would go with Turo's recommended, just so you know you can get your car booked. So if they're doing it as low as like $29, $25, $30 a day, go and do the recommended when it comes to pricing. So whatever the recommended is, go there, check, and really do as much, and make sure that when you're just getting started, you're doing it and you're abiding the Turo. After you start to build up your profile, your account starting to build trust, you're starting to get reviews, people will start looking for those reviews. People will actually start looking, based on pricing, but also they want somebody they can trust. So as you're going in there, you can optimize it. And especially for us with pricing, you can actually go in and you can change the price for certain days. So let's say you want to hook somebody up and they're like, hey, I'm looking to book this weekend, these days, can you hook me up? We usually go in a few minutes right before they're about to book, and we shift the dates right here. So you guys can actually shift the time of when the pricing is. But when you guys are doing pricing, do market research of what other vehicles are getting priced at, or really what they're listing it for. And then Turo is going to give you a recommendation, which may be lower than what you're seeing on the platform. So make sure you guys are looking at both as you decide on what kind of car you want to list and how much you want to price it to be competitive in your marketplace. We've been able to up our prices a lot more because we have a pretty solid account. I'm sure Turo favors us. This algorithm favors us in a way because we've been getting so many different bookings, $10, $15, $20 above the recommended. Again, it depends on the account, how much favor you have, and how great of an experience you're giving your guest, and they're going to leave great reviews. Number 3 is the listing details of your vehicle. We've learned that a lot of different types of renters want specific details and stuff that are part of the vehicle. For example, an aux cord, they want Bluetooth. Definitely a lot of people have been wanting Bluetooth, a GPS system, a USB input, output, and then a USB charger. These are like must with the guest. If it doesn't have GPS, some don't want it because they're doing longer trips. A lot want Bluetooth. They don't want to be driving and then they can't Bluetooth in their vehicle. So make sure you guys have a car that has Bluetooth. We've had some people that asked us like, hey, can you have Bluetooth? And there's some cars that don't, and one of our cars didn't work with the Bluetooth. So what we ended up doing was we ended up just going on to Amazon and buying this Bluetooth adapter, right? All it does is you just stick it in, you connect it, and then they're able to play through the radio. So these are really, really big for a lot of decisions for the renters, especially if they're going on longer drives. They want to be able to charge their phone, use their phone, play their music, and GPS. I know some really want GPS. We've had people cancel because some vehicles didn't have GPS. So these are like the top 5 things as far as details that guests want, especially if they're going to be traveling and driving the vehicle on a day-to-day basis during their trip with you. So have these. If you guys are considering a vehicle, at least have these 5 things. A lot of the newer cars definitely have them all. But if you guys maybe have an older car, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, then some of them might not have them depending on the make and model. So make sure you have these things. It's going to be great. It's going to also increase the booking. People are always looking for this stuff in the details section. 4, it comes down to car location. A lot of the times the guests want to make sure that they are able to get it, especially if they're flying in. They want to get it close. We're not too close to the airport. We're about 20 minutes away. So it's interesting because a lot of people still Uber or Lyft down to our place. I guess it's because of the competitive pricing and the high reviews, so the trust, okay? But car location is a must. And if you guys decide to do drop offs, right, you could do them for free, which we personally don't recommend. You can do it as whatever pricing you want as far as like the drop offs. But we went from when we first started $40 to $50 for airport drop offs. That's back and forth. Now we're doing it over $100 just because we know our worth. Our time is very, very valuable as a team. So however you guys want to do that, but having airport drop-offs, I believe, actually bumps you up access in the algorithm, because it's going to actually push out when people are looking for places to book and they know that they're going to the airport. They're always looking for the location. So make sure when you're just starting off, have that drop off. If you can afford free, great, just to get some bookings. If you want to charge just a little bit, 20, $30 is fine for a drop off. Eventually you're going to know your worth and know that, hey, this is great, this is going. You're going to start increasing it as you start to see what's going on with those drop offs. And we've had a lot of issues around the drop offs when it comes to airport. I can share another video on that. But car location is definitely a must. This is how it's going to increase it. Always have access to deliveries. I'm telling y'all, you'll get more people that are going to be booking, especially if you just want more bookings and you want to get out there. Drop-offs and car location is very important as you guys are optimizing your listing. Number 5, and this isn't including the details section or listing, but this is really big, especially out here in Vegas. There's always something going on every weekend. It's events, okay? Making sure that, hey, what events are going on? We just had like spring breaks going on. So we've been getting a lot of bookings, a lot of people flying in. I kind of wish I increased the prices a little bit more because we're booked. We literally have like old renters or past renters that want to rent with us like last minute, a day or two or going into the weekend, and we're booked out. So making sure that you guys know what specific events are going on, especially during summer. I know summer is a time where a lot of people are renting, people are traveling, even especially during this time. Spring break, going into summer, going into the holidays, we had all year around, we had a lot of bookings, and we started our fleet during the summer, and it just popped off right away. The moment we listed something, within like a couple hours, we got our first booking on our first car. So I'm telling y'all, it's such a blessing to just know what's going on in your city during the weeks, during the weekends, especially out here in Vegas. There's a lot going on, so we get a ton of bookings. So make sure you guys are optimizing your prices based on the events. You'll see a lot more bookings coming in as these events come to your town. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Any questions, let me know. If you guys want, I just created a video on 4 things to know before you decide to rent your car on Turo. These are great things when it comes to flexibility, deciding if you want to go full-time side hustle, and kind of leveraging if your schedule is right to be able to build this as a side hustle. Y'all be blessed. Have a great week. Tap in if you enjoyed. Take care. Bye-bye.